Hello dear students, so we are moving ahead in polynomials. In part 1 we studied about geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. Now here, as you know that the zero of a linear polynomial, if the polynomial is of the form ax plus b, the zero of this polynomial is given by minus b upon a. That is, zero of a linear polynomial is minus of constant term upon coefficient of x. By this, you can find out zero of any given linear polynomial. Now, we'll move ahead and see what is the zero of a quadratic polynomial and what is its relation between the coefficient. Like here, when we said zero of a linear polynomial, the zero of the polynomial was what is the coefficient of the constant term, that is what is the constant term upon what was the coefficient of x. Now, our today's topic is relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomials. So my dear students, you are well aware of zeros of a polynomial and the coefficient. Zeros of a polynomial meaning that value of the variable which when substituted makes the value of the polynomial equal to 0. Gives 0. The polynomial becomes 0. And coefficient means the number that is associated with the variable. The number that is associated with the variable. Like here, if I say, so this a is the coefficient of x. A is the coefficient of x. All this you have studied in your earlier classes. So we are not going into this. Now let us take a quadratic polynomial. Let us take one quadratic polynomial and try to factorize that. Suppose the polynomial which I am taking, is x square minus 8x plus 15. Now we have to factorize this polynomial. The method that we are going to adopt is splitting the middle term. You have to split this middle term in such a way that when you multiply, you get 15, and when you add, you get minus 8. Or in other words, you can say that you have to break this 15 in two parts such that when multiplied, you get 15, and when added, you get minus 8. So let us see how we will do this. So now this 15 we can write as 5 3 is 15. We know 5 and 3 will give you 8. But what we are concerned with is what we should get is minus of 8. We should get minus of 8. So what we can do with this, that we can take minus 5 minus 3. If you are taking minus 5 minus 3, multiplied 15, added minus 8. So we will write this x square minus 5x minus 3x plus 15. Now we will take this and this, we will do grouping and then we will take out the common ones. Now in this 2, x square minus 5x, the common is x, so we will write this as x minus 5 minus, now in this 3 and 15 common is 3, we will write x, and since minus is taken common outside, this plus will become minus 5. Now here you have x minus 5, here you have x minus 5, so we will write this as x minus 5, x minus 3. So this also you have done in your earlier classes, how to split the middle term, how to factorize a polynomial. So the same procedure I have applied here, and when I factorize this, I am getting x minus 5, x minus 3. Now, if now I wish to find out the zeros of the polynomial. So what I will do is that I will equate this to 0, x minus 5 equals to 0, or x minus 3 equals to 0. So from here I will get x equals to 5 or x equals to 3. So this 5 and this 3 are the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial. It means when you substitute 5 or 3 in this, the value of the polynomial will be 0. The value of the polynomial will be 0. So these two are the zeros of the polynomial. These two are the zeros of the polynomial. Now let us see. Now let us name them that this is alpha and this is beta. For our convenience, let us name one of the zero as alpha and other zero as beta. So here I am writing this. I will do that, or you can say that the two zeros of x square minus 8x plus 15 are, we have got 5 and 3. These are the two zeros of this polynomial when we had done factorization. So we'll say that let one of the zero be alpha and the other zero be beta. This one zero we took as alpha and other one we took as beta. Now let us see what is sum of zeros equals to. Sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, that is 5 plus 3. Now sum of zeros means alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta equals to 8. Now let us see the coefficient. Now if I write minus of coefficient of x, I will see what I will write. Now since my body is small, so see here. Now from this, if I write minus coefficient of x, just like what we did in linear polynomial, coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, coefficient of x square. So what we get? What is coefficient of x here? So it is minus 8. Coefficient of x is minus 8. So minus of minus 8 upon coefficient of x square. X square is this. Its coefficient is 1. So what you get? 8. So you see that sum of zeros is equals to the ratio between coefficient of minus of coefficient of x to coefficient of x square. That is minus of b upon a if I take the general term. General term meaning if I compare the quadratic polynomial with this general term of the quadratic polynomial, I will get a equals to 1, b equals to, from this I will get minus 8, and c I will get as 15. So minus b upon a I am getting as 8. Now if I compare these two, I can say alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. That is, the sum of zeros is equal to minus the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. I hope you understood what I meant to say. Now this is one thing regarding the sum of the zeros. Now let us see what will be product of zeros. So I am rubbing out here. If I wish to find out product of zeros, so if I write product of zeros, our zeros are 5 and 3, so its product will be 5 into 3. Now this will be alpha into beta, product means multiply, alpha into beta, this equals to 50. Now let us find out its relation with the coefficient. Now if I do constant term, you see here, if I do constant term upon coefficient of x square, so I get this constant term is 15, that is, this constant term is 15 and coefficient of x square is 1. Now constant term, as per this general form, constant term is c and coefficient of x square is a, so you can say c upon a equals to 15. Now this is same as this. So what you can find out is that the product of zeros alpha beta is equals to c upon a. So here we got two relations. One regarding sum of zeros and the other regarding product of zeros. So you see that in this is also giving us the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial. This is also giving us the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros of the polynomial. That is, if you have your general polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, if you have this as your general polynomial, so you see that the zeros of the polynomial, what zeros you get by factorizing, the sum of that zeros of the polynomial is equals to minus the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. So this is the relation between the zeros of the polynomial and the coefficient of the polynomial. And product of zeros is c upon a. So this you have to remember. You will be asked question that the question will be something like this. I will read one question for you. The question will be this way. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Any quadratic polynomial will be given to you. Find the relation between find the zeros of the quadratic. That means first you have to find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, just like I did. I had a quadratic polynomial. I found the zero of that quadratic polynomial. Then they are asking and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Then verify relation between the zeros and the coefficient. That means after finding the zeros of the polynomial, you have to verify that this and this holds. You have to find that these two hold for the given polynomial. I will take one example and solve. The example suppose is 3x square. The example which I am taking is 3x square plus 20x. 3x square plus 20x plus 12. This is your given polynomial. this is the polynomial given to you, and you have to first find out 0 of this polynomial. Now understand it properly. One question is asked every year in the examination, so you have to be very perfect with this. So in this, first of all, you have to find the 0 of the quadratic polynomial. For that, what you have to do is that you have to factorize. Now not only 12, you will factorize, you will find the product of these two numbers. Product of this and this. So 12 3 are 36. This 36 will be your product. Now you have to split this 36 in two numbers such that when you multiply you get 20, and when you add you get when you multiply you get 36, and when you add you get 20. So how you do this? Now this 36 has to be broken into two numbers. Okay, how will do this? So it's okay, 3x square plus 20x plus 12. Okay, so one thing I can do first, that 36, if I do 2 and 18, you know 18 2 jar 36, you know this, 18 2 jar 36, and 18 plus 2 is 20. Since both are positive, so here your both the numbers will be positive. So 18 and 2 will be that number. So you write this as 3x square plus 18x plus 2x plus 12. Now do the grouping. You do the grouping. Now in this you can take 3x common. You will be left out with x plus 3 taken common. 3 6 are 18. X already taken out. Plus here you can take 2. So you will get x plus 6. Now as you see, you get x plus 6 and 3x plus 2. Now to get the 0 of the polynomial, you have to equate this to 0. So you will have x plus 6 equals to 0, or 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So you will get x equals to minus 6 or x equals to minus 2 upon 3. These are the two zeros of the given quadratic polynomial. So first they had asked that find the 0 of the quadratic polynomial. You found the 0 of the given quadratic polynomial. After doing this, now they are asking you to verify. That means you have to show that sum of zeros equals to minus b upon a and product of zeros equals to c upon a. This you have to show. So we'll do this. We'll take this as alpha and this will take as beta. Now let us see how we can do this. So now, okay, the rule alpha. Now here if you compare this, you will get a equals to 3, b equals to 20, c equals to 12. Your alpha was minus 6 and beta is, it was minus 2 by 3. This. Now sum of zeros, alpha plus beta, what you get? Alpha plus beta meaning minus 6 plus minus 2 upon 3, that is minus 6 minus 2 upon 3, and this you get as minus 18 minus 2 minus 20 upon 3. This you get as minus 20 upon 3. Now let us compare this. Now let us see what is minus b upon a. So b is 20, so minus of b means minus 20 upon 3. So you say therefore alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. One part is verified. Now second part is regarding product. So you do what is alpha into beta. So minus 6 into minus 2 upon 3 this 3 2 ja minus 2 will be 4. Now alpha beta c, if it is equal to c upon a, c is 12 and a is 3. You are getting now this 3 1 ja 3, 3 4 ja 12, this is 4. So you say alpha beta equals to 4. Alpha beta equals to c upon a. Then you write therefore or hence verify. So whenever you are asked question like this, you have to do in this order. So I hope you have understood what I tried to explain regarding the relation between zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. In next class, we'll be doing questions from exercise and some extra questions also. I hope you like today's class. In case if you have any suggestion, any problem regarding teaching, explanation, whatsoever, feel free to comment me. You'll be very much appreciated. So this is all for today. We'll meet in next class. Till then, have a good